So Cheon Hasen casually walked over the fence and went out to the surprise of the two of them earlier. She probably didn't understand what was happening. Who was this young man, and he was so big? Cheon Hasen didn't care. He just waved to the other guy. Hey, I passed that station. Getting out of Gabangdong town, Cheon Hasen came to a mountain. Is it true that this place, in the mountain, there is this thing? The public phone cabinet is located in a remote place like this. I don't know if anyone uses it. I think it won't even work. However, Cheon Hasen still curiously walked in, picked up the phone and called. In a place like this, why is there anything that can still be used? Just think of Cheon Hasen pressing a red button. And something rang out very loud. What the hell, I must have dialed the wrong number. And right after that, the plane under his feet was pierced with a round hole like it had just been cut by a laser. Cheon Hasen stood in that circle and 1 or 2 or 3 fell down. He fell so fast that the hat on his head did not even fall down, so lost the hat. That phone cabinet was designed like a secret function line that spies often used to enter the base. The round hole brought Cheon Hasen down to a secret room. But the only thing is that it lets the person standing in it fall down freely, rather than going down slowly like an elevator. From above, he falls down as if collapsing the roof. Ah, my back hurts so much. The landing is not safe at all. It's lucky that my back has not been broken. What a bad design. It can kill people. It hurts to die. Cheon Hasen stood up and looked around and saw that there was a door in front of him. He thought that was the door for him to enter. Surely Dr. Jean is not an ordinary person. Yes, he plays with Kirill, while Kirill is not normal. Cheon Hasen slowly approached the door when suddenly something just touched his body. A shot. What is this? It's blood. Why is there blood here? I think I went to the wrong place. What the hell is this place? Cheon Hasen didn't have time to completely run away when the warning bells and red lights flashed throughout the room. The security system in the room warns of unauthorized intruders, turning on the strategic defense mode. The number of intruders is 1 person. Proceeding to destroy the intruder, the gun barrels began to point at Cheon Hasen, who was standing. In an instant, those muzzles spewed out something purple. Shit, it's poison gas. Cheon Hasen covered his nose. He was still wondering, because at first Kirill said Dr. Jean was her best friend, why he played this kind of trap. Maybe he has joined the other side, or someone has come to ambush and taken Dr. Jin's base. Surely, the amount of poison gas surrounding the closed room is too large, and it seems that Cheon Hasen has inhaled a bunch. Who is dead? Wait, if this is really poison gas, then it's useless to me. Come to think of it, Cheon Hasen changed his attitude right away. He jumped up and tried to inhale this poisonous gas, not only completely normal, but also feeling refreshed. While taking a breath, Cheon Hasen suddenly heard footsteps approaching. Someone was coming here, on the other side of the door, an enemy. He approached the door, looked through the glass and thought he must be dead by now, because anyone who could stand this poisonous gas had to wear a gas mask himself, so he opened the door to see who had broken into this office. Cheon Hasen was waiting on the side of the door, saw a fat man enter. Cheon Hasen could not wait anymore. He decided to make sure, and Cheon Hasen rushed to knock down the fat man with a hard blow. He didn't take precautions, so he fell over. Got you, asshole, how dare you kill me? Cheon Hasen was going to hit this fat guy with some tricks, but before he could do anything, he no longer moved. What, this guy, just one move and he's already unconscious. If that's the case, we just grab him first and count. Admit it, Cheon Hasen has become a lot stronger and you're not aware of how strong you are. After a while, everything finally clarified. The fat man spoke up. So Kirill helped you. I understood the problem. Then can you let me go? I'm going to suffocate to death. No, how can I let you go and what will you do to me? Cheon Hasen won't let him go, so Cheon Hasen has tied him up and interrogated him. He looks bad, arrested right in his base, but please change his shirt, the one you are wearing is a bit tight. Although Cheon Hasen also felt guilty about him, because he seemed to be tied up a bit, but no matter, he continued to ask, why did you leave such a trap in the first place? Someone almost died. Dr. Jean shrugged his shoulders and said, oh, that trap, then I did design it. Does that sound angry? Cheon Hasen said in his voice. Hey uncle, I'm not kidding. Don't misunderstand, because ordinary people can't come here, so usually only Kirill and the hunters have the courage to come here. It seems that Cheon Hasen can't believe what he says, so Dr. Jean thinks he should explain more thoroughly. Going back a little bit, it seems a bit embarrassing to have to say this, but I am a pretty talented scientist, and usually there will be a lot of people who need my help. So at that time, despite the difficulties, the pressure of work is so close to exhaustion, I can still endure. There's only one problem that I always fear, because I am such a talented, handsome scientist. So more and more strangers followed me. Assassins from many countries, many unjustified organizations, and even hundreds of associations would seek me out. There must be some reason for that. At first I thought for sure that I was handsome or something, but no, they followed me maybe for money, or for my great inventions, for example, maybe because I had lost some sympathy for the organization. First I tried to struggle to escape them, I ran away, then went to the police for help. But as time went on, I realized that I was not sure if the people who seemed to be able to help me were completely kind, or not faked by others. I no longer had anyone I could trust. Since then, I no longer want to meet anyone else outside. I think I have suffered from paranoia. Since then, I have only lived in quiet places like this. I don't know how, but they continue to appear and come here to find me. If that's the case, then make sure that none of the blood in this room is clean. All of the people with bad intentions came here to be ambushed by you. Chion Hasen looked around the room. All of it was blood. There were old and dry blood stains on the floor. Seeing Dr. Jean Bound was also guilty, and also an acquaintance of Kirill, so Chion Hasen said he would release him, but the guy still had some doubts. He couldn't be as friendly with an outsider as he was. Because you are the person Kirill trusts, because I trust her, I will also believe you. This doctor must be telling the truth. There's no reason he would harm Kirill's students, right? Dr. Jean also wondered how Kirill was and what he was doing lately. They hadn't seen each other for a long time. Thinking back to when he was young, when he was not as fat as now, on a rainy day, Jean was persecuted by the enemy. He was bleeding a lot and was hiding in the corner of the street, unable to run anymore because the stab was too deep. Then she appeared, Kirill as a child, a cute and compassionate girl, but poor thing, she was also full of purple birthmarks of the spreading poison. Kirill ran to cover Jin's parachute and asked, "Uncle, why are you in a place like this? Are you alone?" Thinking about the scene at that time, Dr. Jean was also startled because he first saw a girl with such a strange appearance. And right now, when Chion Hasen untied him, Jean saw Chion Hasen's face for the first time. The two of them were so similar, he looked just like Kirill. As he pulled out his shirt and embellished it, Dr. Jean also said that it was interesting that the teacher and the student were so similar, me and her. Chion Hasen asked Jean, "I guess the only similarity is that Kirill and I are toxic," but Dr. Jean said not only that. Not just because they are toxic, but also because the other two things are the way you do what you want, and both have purple burns all over your body. Chion Hasen wondered. "Oh, no, she is very beautiful and there are no burns on her body. Although I don't want to admit it, it's not really beautiful." Jean laughed and said, "Yeah, that's right for now. Jean is very beautiful now." "Well, follow me quickly. I think it's a bit early to show you this, but it's more useful than standing here talking." Dr. Jean went ahead and told Chion Hasen to follow him. It would be faster if we just walked and explained. Chion Hasen did not understand anything but quickly followed behind. "What do you think about the poison in your body?" "I don't know. I didn't think much about it before. I just found it unsightly and made me very uncomfortable. Some doctor even said I would die from the spread of poison." Dr. Jean laughed loudly. "Haha, you don't know anything. Simply put, one drop of your poison is enough to finish off a grade A hunter." And Chion Hasen is gaping. What did he say? Kill a grade A hunter, with just one drop of poison? It seems that Chion Hasen doesn't even believe in his innate power, so Jean added, "Yes, no chemical weapon can compare to you. That's the power and danger of a poisoner." Hearing this, Chion Hasen was stunned to think about my harm. My body is definitely the lowest level, grade E, not that I despise it, but sometimes I feel that I am clearly stronger than before I woke up. But I also heard people say, once I become a grade A hunter, most of the attacks are useless to them, but I can kill them with just a drop of blood. It's a Canadian illusion. Seeing that young Chion Hasen seemed to be happy after hearing that, Jean immediately extinguished. "It's still too early for you to feel satisfied. There is a possibility that if you don't know how to control it, it's useless. If we leave you alone, then sooner or later you will become a disaster." After saying that, Jean presses the code to open the secret door. Chion Hasen followed and wondered what else I could do. Of course you have to be trained, so Dr. Jean led Chion Hasen to the training room, including many treadmills, wrestling floors and many other tools. Did he mean to use these things? The scars show that you do not have the ability to control the poison. Just work hard to train, they will naturally turn lost. Tomorrow on your face will not see those purple marks anymore, and will be as handsome as I was before. Yay, old Jean is overconfident again. I think he should exercise himself so that his belly is less fat. I'm the one who trained Kirill, so you don't need to worry. You can become so different that you can't recognize yourself after completing the training. Seeing Cheon Hasen still standing still looking around the room, Jean urged him, "Why are you still standing there? Hurry and run away." So the reluctant training has officially started. Cheon Hasen's days of sweating and boiling tears have officially opened. In the gym, there are only doctors Jean and Cheon Hasen, but his cheers are enough to make the practitioner tired. "Great, you can do it. You are doing well, you can do it. Try, run faster. Don't relax your body, you are the one who wants to do this. Remember, try your best, go wild. Let's do some weight training, to add 50 kilos each side. You can withstand more than 50 kilos, you'll do it. I used to practice like that, 3 small ones, simple." Ugh, if he practiced so hard back then, but now he is still so obese, you have to consider it. Cheon Hasen, although very tired, still tries to lift weights. He bites his teeth and sweats. And Dr. Jean still says that, "Yes, it's almost okay, you can do it, try. You're lifting it, good, just hold it, feel the weight on your shoulders, legs and hips. Great, next is ether training, I'll give you a 10-minute break." And today is the 7th day since Cheon Hasen entered his lab. A lot has changed in such a short time. The first change is that he took off his mask when he met Cheon Hasen. Maybe Jean is trusting this stranger more, no longer cautious as at the beginning. After admiring Jin's true beauty, it is unbelievable. He often talked about his good looks when he was young, but it was very different from his appearance now. His hair was messy, his beard did not shave often, he wore every shirt that was cramped and still exposed to fat. Cheon Hasen wondered where his clever appearance was when he was young, but well, sometimes he was happy with his current appearance. The second change was that Songhwa woke up. She panicked when she woke up but couldn't find Cheon Hasen anywhere, found a paper on the table with a few words, "Only I was away for a few days." So she called Cheon Hasen to give a round of cursing to blow up the phone speaker, but after so much effort, trying to make excuses, lying enough, he also made Songhwa believe in no more scolding. Next came the third change, the appearance of a new device. The day before, Dr. Jean examined Cheon Hasen's body, from head to toe, inside and out. And today, he took out a device. It looks like 3 devices put together into one, Type 3-in-1, and is an upgrade of what Kirill gave Cheon Hasen. The time he designed and created it was only 3 days. It's no exaggeration that he considers himself a genius, he is really good. And finally, the biggest change is Cheon Hasen. At the end of every day, he is tired. Should he give it all up? It's also true, he practices like crazy all day. Everyone is tired. If he is not persistent enough, it will be easy to give up. But thanks to that tiredness, changes appeared on Cheon Hasen's body after training. The burns had faded. Cheon Hasen was surprised. More solid body, muscles also swelled up. So much so that the fat old Jean also turned from surprise to pleasure and relentlessly applauded. "Wow, I knew you were already handsome, but I didn't expect you to be even more beautiful. I almost didn't see it. Look, the shoulder is muscular, this six-pack, beautiful, beautiful face, everything is beautiful. It's not like Cheon Hasen in the old days." Despite Dr. Jin's praise, Cheon Hasen still kept his face out. His face was like he didn't know how handsome he was, because Cheon Hasen also clearly saw that he wasn't that beautiful. Maybe because Dr. Jean is so fat, the slim thing is inherently far away, so he always saw Cheon Hasen as beautiful as an angel. Considering his eating habits, I also know why he is so fat and old. On the table are all canned food, soft drinks, and things loaded with calories and sugar into his body. I don't believe people call him a doctor. There are no doctors who eat anti-science like this. Cheon Hasen started asking about Jin's life. "Hey, Jean, don't you feel bored? Jean is so normal, why should I be bored?" Then I saw that he had been alone for a long time. I wondered how he could bear it, not to mention eating canned food all day long. At this point Jean turned, pointing his chopsticks at Cheon Hasen's shoulder. "No, I'm not really alone, I have friends." "Huh, what friend?" Cheon Hasen was bewildered. Lao Jean pointed to his shoulder and said, "Isn't it on your shoulder?" "What's on my shoulder?" Cheon Hasen turned to look at what's what. Then he was surprised and afraid to go crazy because of that black thing. "What is this?" "Haha, it's my friend, it's Pori. Pori is a very wonderful creature. You have heard of poisonous animals but do not harm people, that's it. Even if it bites you, you only feel a little ticklish, maybe because its strength is weak, but I have to admit that it is very smart. But it is worth mentioning that the other thing is that it looks like it can absorb toxins from its owner. It clings to the owner and inhales the smell of toxins emitted, but it is nothing wrong. its face also seems to like it very much. Old Jean also said that Pori had been clinging to Cheon Hasen's shoulder for 2 days. It was impossible, absurd. Cheon Hasen thought he had been practicing continuously for several days, and the senses had been strengthened. How could he not realize that something was clinging to him until the other 2 days? Not surprisingly, because Pori has the ability to be invisible. Look at it disappearing. It's perfect, right? Jean is interested in telling me that I never thought Pori was a normal creature. In addition to invisibility, I'm sure it also has many abilities. It looks so small but really harmful, because invisibility is one of the extremely rare skills, not popular, even with the strongest people. Not everyone has this skill. So how did this Pori get such powerful abilities? While Cheon Hasen was thinking about Pori, Jean called to startle him. Hey, Cheon Hasen. It's fun when you listen to me talk, but why are you lying still and not practicing anymore? Sit up and practice again. Hurry up, be diligent. Cheon Hasen has been caught by Jean, who is lazy. There's really nothing to surpass that fat guy. Turning to another scene, at the headquarters of the Glorious Association, the conquering teams are sending a report. The secretary informs the president that the first and second teams have collected 10% less than the previous month, and the third team reports that they have encountered an unusual phenomenon in the dungeon. In addition, while we were doing our best to calm things down about the past incident, riots still took place in Gabang Dong. Hearing this, the president of God Gunai was not very interested in Gabang Dong. He told the secretary to stop, not to talk about it, but to focus on the story of the first team and the second team. Why the collection was less than the previous month. It was necessary to increase the number of tasks of the first and second teams to 30% immediately. And Team 3 has to find someone to check and report back, not to make mistakes. We have to make sure the experiment this time doesn't have any trouble, you understand? God Gunai made a serious face and turned to talk to the chief secretary about the word Gabang Dong earlier. I keep hearing Gabang Dong. Can you make sure I don't have to hear that word again? I feel uncomfortable and hate that simple word. Please do something. God Gunai clutched the head secretary's shoulder and was angry. But right after that, he returned to his friendly, kind face like everyone thinks. Hey, let's work hard for a long time together. Look at this guy's attitude to change in the sun when it rains. The secretary was also afraid, because he didn't know what God Gunai was thinking and what he wanted to do after all. God Gunai was about to turn away when he remembered a person and turned to ask, do you know where Maria is? Whether you know it or not, the secretary is afraid, stammering and sweating his head. God Gunai frowned irritably. Don't tell me she locked herself in the penitential room anymore. That's right, the girl named Maria was in the room and knelt down. She kept saying sorry, sorry, sorry. I don't know why she was so full of wounds. This place is the secret of all the glory, and also what makes the power for the guild, a special room, for Maria to hurt herself, so the wounds all over her are due to her hurting herself, because of a feeling of guilt when she cannot protect the people. God Gunai came and asked Maria how long she planned to do so. We have done the best we can. God Gunai seems to be interested in Maria, but in fact he has not been able to get used to this scene, even though he has seen it many times. Maria has a special ability. She has reached the stage of self-injury. If she were an ordinary person, she would have died a long time ago. But with the ability to heal themselves, the wounds can heal themselves instantly. At this time Maria turned to ask God Gunai, did we do our best, Chairman? Countless innocent people died, more than 500 people cheated. Why are you still so calm? How can you say we did our best? We don't have the right to say it. Those innocent people, why do they have to sacrifice? Maria cried, tears flowed. She is not only the best healer in the world, but also has a very kind heart. Being scolded by the beauty, God Gunai also proved to be very heartbroken and said, this time it was just an accident. She knew there was nothing we could do. Maria cried harder. If I had gone there, if I had divided myself into 2 teams, if we had gotten there in time, if we had done so, at least we could have saved many more people, not let them die like that. Maria's series of questions, if any, proved that she was very compassionate to the people who died tragically in Gabang Dong. God Gunai admits, the monster in Gabang Dong is an unprecedented disaster. Oh, don't know who killed it, but it's not something we can kill easily. He started to cry and blamed himself. Maria, it was all because I wasn't good enough. All this happened because I misdirected and was weak. It was my fault. God Gunai cried louder, shaking my shoulders. You are not the only one who feels guilty. I am also a human being. This makes me mad, but I know what to do. Ooh. But my God, this God Gunai is a hypocrite. He's just acting with Maria innocently. It's all just crocodile tears. He himself feels really sick when he has to do this. He went on, I knew you were having a hard time, but you had to get over it. If that's too difficult for you, then let me give you a few days to change the wind, visit the hunting site, the place to recruit and organize competitions for hunters. Maria also sounds attractive. Hunter quiz. That's right, hunter quiz. We need to recruit more talented hunters to save more people. The ideal of the Glorious Guild is always to save people, right? Hearing God Gunai talk about the ideal of saving people, Maria also started to calm down and wanted to visit the hunter check. She thought to her that it was a good thing. And in God Gunai's mind at this time was thinking about the toad monster in Gabang Dong, which was very strong and who did it, killed it. And there was a big hole in the road. There must have been a terrible war there. Only those who were there knew where that person was now. That person is here, training with Dr. Jean. He also asked Cheon Hasen what he plans to do after finishing this training. Without hesitation, Cheon Hasen said he wants to become a hunter, a knight. No, I'm thinking of doing something else. On the other hand, God Gunai was in the office. He constantly turned his pen and thought about what he had missed. The association had too few talented people. And he needed more healers, people who could heal. Without an appointment, Cheon Hasen also wanted to become a healer tomorrow. He was excited about his idea that he would not let any innocent victims die anymore. He would do what Kirill did to him and his sister at that time. While God Gunai found the healer was too rare, what he cared about was not that the civilians were killed or injured, but that he was afraid of the injured, no one to treat. So, one thing is for sure. Cheon Hasen will take the hunter exam to have the opportunity to become a healer, and God Gunai thinks he needs to go to the hunter's exam to find more healers for the guild. As a result, they have different motives and purposes, but the same destination is the hunter's exam. I will feel a little lonely. Hasen says goodbye to Dr. Jean to go home. After a few days he is here to complete his training. Although we only met for a short time, I think I'm too attached to you. Haha, I really can't stand to leave you. I will visit often, so don't worry, and eat well, Dr. Jean. You always eat canned food, that won't be good for your health. Haha, of course, I know. As for Pori, I'm going to let him go with you. I think he likes you quite a bit. Hey Pori boy, hello as well as goodbye. Please take good care of Hasen. Pori happily responded and willingly followed the doctor's instructions. After saying goodbye to each other, Hasen returned home. He was happy to run in and call you, I'm back. Songhua just saw Hasen, happy but also very angry. She rushed to beat his brother. How dare you leave a piece of paper and walk away? Does that sound acceptable? Sister, wait, I'll explain right away. You strangled me and suffocated me. So Hasen explained it all to me. That's how it was. Okay, I get it, but are you sure about the person who supposedly saved you? Hasen didn't understand what she meant when she asked if she was sure what she didn't mean. I don't feel good, because the age of the other hunter you don't know, and who she works with, I don't think even her name is real. How can you trust people when you don't know anything about them? Besides, there is no reason for such a strong person to treat us well. Because a normal hunter would have aided the villains, but she overstepped her responsibilities. That person was. I don't know what she's up to. That's not a bad person, Hasen tried to explain, but Songhua didn't seem to believe it. Hasen, no one will suddenly be nice to someone for no reason. If you get something, at some point, you have to give them something back, and you won't know what you're going to do next. Thinking about Hasen trying to practice and wanting to take the hunter exam, her sister was worried. So you want to be a hunter? In front of Hasen was a completed application form. Yes, I want to be a hunter. Hasen thought my sister would definitely disagree. But he was very surprised. His eyes were bright when Songhua said yes, then do it. Well, why? Just do it, I agree. Because it's your choice anyway, there's no reason for you to stop me. Hasen lowered his head, hesitating. I have been thinking a lot since that trouble. I think I could have prevented it. I'm going to save everyone. I don't want what happened in Gabang Dong to happen again. I don't know if I can do this job well, but I really want to try. Don't worry, Hasen. I believe you can do it, come on. It's always been like that. She always believed and supported me more than anyone. Is that a coincidence? The greatest hunter, that's what the two people I trusted the most told me. I will become a great hunter. Yes, I will try my best, Hasen said while laughing, because I thought I was going to be a hunter. That's right, sister, the fee for the hunter recruitment exam is 50 million won. Hearing this, Songhua was startled. She immediately changed her mind. Hasen, isn't it too dangerous to be a hunter? I think it would be better if you worked in the factory. Sis, but I want to be a hunter. Okay, I already have a way to make money. Hearing Hasen say that, Songhua continued to nag. What? How can I make so much money? Hasten, are you going to sell organs or something? Who, not that. In order to pay the fees, Hasten began his journey to earn money. He learned and planned to collect loot so that he could exchange it for money. Hasten alone went to the forest and was going to do something. Is this where my dark dream will come true? Toxic tuberculosis, which is a restricted area, not only in the black hole covered with poison, but also in the surrounding places, so, this is one of the most notorious black holes, therefore, no one is allowed to approach it within a certain radius, and must keep a distance to control it. But the problem is that the farther away from the forbidden area, the more trouble there is, the more risk you have to eat. Hasten approached the black hole, closed his eyes and took a strong breath. Phoo. Okay, let's go. Hasten jumped into that black hole on his own. Inside the black hole is a dense forest, strange creatures fly everywhere and they cry loudly. This is a completely different world, as if I just got lost in the game. I guess it's like expecting a poisonous javelin, but the gas here is too thick, other hunters won't be able to breathe here. Well, even so I'm not worried, I'm not afraid of poison, hee, breathe, breathe. From now until the exam there's not much time left, I hope to find that plant soon. Right now, there seems to be a noise coming from behind the bushes. What is it? It's a beast. He hasn't seen me yet, has he? As far as I know, it is a dead Komodo monster, belonging to the family of poisonous beasts, warriors. The physical level is E, but the different level is D, depending on when it will change. The difficulty to lower it is 2 stars. If that's the case, this thing is weak, I can defeat it. Its hetero class is D, but heterogeneity is a combination of its other combat abilities, such as telepathic superpowers, elemental control, poisoning, next to the strength of the body. In other words, this demon has a difficulty of 2 stars thanks to its poison. Other than that, it also points at or even below the muscle, which seems to be the case. Although I knew that, I didn't know why I was so scared that my face turned pale. My legs were stiff and couldn't do anything. Damn it, how can you fight with a shaky hand like this? I said stop shaking, you idiot. Damn, what's wrong with me? Hasten sweated and saw the scene in Gabangdong that day. The sound of people screaming and running. Monsters, run, when will the hunters come here? Hasten, where are you? Even the image of your sister telling you to run away when the monster is about to attack appears. Shit, I can't get out. But now, fortunately, Pori's voice rang out in time, making Hasten open his eyes. Pori, why is that? When did you stay here? Thank you, you little devil, you called me because you were worried about me. Fortunately, thanks to Pori, I have regained consciousness, but where is this? That monster, it seems to have discovered me here. 1, 2, 3, they are approaching. It's okay, because I'm going to kill them all, no matter how many of them there are. Because I've found them. Wheel, guess what this is? That treasure is something that Dr. Jean gave me when I was at his place. When I first saw it, I wondered, Doctor, what is this? I think you need a weapon. If you need it, you can hold it in your hand and shout. Teleportation, it's that simple. Recalling Dr. Jin's instructions, Hasten shouted, teleporting. The box starts to change. Hasten, this thing is always in the shape of a box, but once you take it and say that mantra, it will change. Its possibilities are limitless. It will react with your ether to create power, or transform into something completely new. Its name is unknown, but it is the second device created by the genius of the century, Dr. Jean. As I thought, this weapon is only as big as a blade. Well, even so, I don't think I will lose. The hunt is officially on. Hasten used a poison rain attack, the one Kirill had used before. The monsters were violently attacked by the rain of poison. And in just a moment, Hasten wiped them all out. Oh, my God, the blood flowed out of everyone. It was so disgusting. I'm sure you won't be mad, I hope. After killing the monsters, Hasten extended his hand to absorb the unclean ether from their corpses. The feeling of absorbing the impure ether was refreshing, as if hungry and filled with the stomach at the right time. The number of black ether has increased continuously in his body. This is where it is ideal, the buffet. There is a lot of ether, all around me is poison, so happy, eat this way, and soon you will accumulate a lot of ether. Oh, there's another one over there. This is the perfect challenge for me. I have to chase it. Hey, my food, why are you dying there? Stop, stop. After a round of chasing, the remaining monster was also caught by Hasten. This was a total of 50 monsters. Today even Hasten can get up to 300 units of ether. And the more I look, the more insensitive I feel. I'm so powerful, a move that can defeat the monster. I know the influence of ether depends a lot on the ability of the user. But this is a bit ridiculous. This monster had only a small cut and was already dead before yawning. The energy to assimilate with the poison is too strong. This thing is really scary. I know with this scary thing, no matter who gets hit, they will die with a light touch. Like that means I can reach the strongest level, right? Kirill probably didn't expect it. Kirill must be weaker than me now, That's right, status window, check it out. If I progressed so much in this challenge, I should check the progress. Now show up, U is heaven. I don't expect to achieve S somewhere. Our current state will be B or a so we. Professor Jin's original device, also known as V1 device, upgraded lens, Hasten player, level 1. The number of BA owned is 1,627 units, the physical level is E, the therapeutic level is S, the toxic ownership skill level 1. It's okay, the treatment is S class, right? This bastard, he shows me this useless thing. Okay, who cares if the physical level is E? I will become an S-level healer, ha ha ha. Well, what should I do next, or go home? In the end, I couldn't find that flower, unfortunately. I hope the next challenge will come. Hasten was about to return when from the back of his neck, he had a strange feeling of numbness. Ugh, what is that? This creepy feeling, I think there's something in there. I can feel it, this one is a completely different level than the previous ones. Hyena's entity name is unclean. Is a poisonous entity, this animal does not need to see it. Condition level C, its heterologous is B. Warning, the target's combat ability is superior to yours. This one is the boss here. I can ignore the rest of the levels, because obviously my poison is stronger than it, but the problem here is the level of health. I'm just an E level, my physical level is 2 levels lower than that boss, like a child fighting with an adult, or rather, the power gap is even bigger. Maybe not, I can't be defeated by it here. Pori, please hide for a while. First, I have to calm down and observe, even if its physical level is C, but if we look closely, we may find a loophole. Wow, it's so fast, this speed is no joke. I have to defend. Very quickly, the boss began to attack Hasten. No way, I've already been hit by it. Ah, it hurts, I haven't even had time to do it. What is this? It can't be. Is this how I'm going to die? Is this how it ends? No, Hasten, come on, you don't have to die. I have overcome death many times, do you think I will die in this place? No way. Hasten stood up and fought the monster to the end. But he found it strange that the monster, after attacking him, stopped and sat still. It was waiting for the poison to spread. You arrogant bastard, you idiot. You just sit there, and then I will be able to overcome this arrogance. Thinking that this hyena monster, like the others, would be killed by his poison, Hasten lured him to attack him. What are you doing? Come on and attack me, I'll be the poison that kills you right away, baby. I need to drain its strength first. Then you have to trust in your highest state, which is S-level therapeutic power. Poison and therapy are two opposing things, how can they control a single person at will? Because normally, for a toxic person, therapy is a vital way to cleanse the body of toxins. But the interesting thing is that when the therapeutic power left after cleansing the toxin, then the toxin is completely under control, there is no longer a need for therapy, then the therapeutic power will disappear. No, the therapeutic power just circulates without any impact, and Professor Jin understands that, better than anyone, he had told Hasten before. Go to hell, Hasten slashed the monster several times. But it seemed too fast and missed his blow, it ran back to rest for the next close-up. I need to clean up the turbulent circulation in the body, so that therapeutic powers and toxins can penetrate. Hey, where are you going, you bastard? I'm not dead yet, let's see. At this time a milestone was created by Hasten's body. Professor Jin's third original device, skill has been recirculated. Resuscitation has been completed, let's start the second half. It's still the teleportation of the monster, and the weapon in Hasten's hand. Hasten, starting to attack the boss again, wants to drain its strength and damage if possible. But it was too fast and stronger than him, so it was clear that the strength of the two sides was unbalanced. It shifted to Hasten's back again. And Hasten was scratched by it again, he was injured again, the blood splattered again. Blood dripping from the grass in the forest. Damn it, it's more dominant than me. I see there will be no end to this war, just fight and revive this way, until you win it. That bitch, she fends off better than I thought. Is it because I underestimated level C? Shit, there you go again. Don't you need to rest? The boss came up and attacked Hasten again. Mother, it's been an hour, this demon doesn't feel tired. Each of its attacks is piercing me, and I can't deliver an accurate attack. But the wounds are more and more. I think there must be a way to reduce its stamina, then I have a chance to win. I'm used to the movement of this demon. It's unfair, but this isn't an impossible battle, although the reason is because it's so arrogant, but I believe I can do it. He will naturally know how important the soul is in battle. But I can't let him know what I'm calculating in my head. As long as he knows again, I will be swallowed alive immediately. Not giving Hasten a chance, the monster attacked quickly from the back, even thinking about it was very fast and accurate. Hasten flew away at a dizzying speed. This idiot. He just hit me with his head. Whatever it is, the most pathetic truth is that even in this situation, I still can't resist, and kept being attacked by it with no other way. The devil, he hasn't done his best yet, he attacks and then sits down to rest, it's hateful. How dare you rest? Hey, rest up. Hasten attacked the monster but it quickly dodged. Ah. Now, see, that's a shame. I'll catch you this time, Kirill once said. Despair must not be allowed, no matter who the enemy is. Kirill was strong, she never felt desperate. But if she ever felt desperate, it must have been when her opponent was too much stronger than her. So I can't fall right now. I'm resuscitating. I promised to endure until the enemy lost his strength. Suffer, Hasten. At this time, Hasten recalled Dr. Jin's surprised face at that time. What, did he summon the snake chain? Miracles don't come easily. Don't summon the serpent chain, because that is the magic to summon the serpent chain in a split second, so that you can escape death, but that power was beyond his control. Miracle notification status screen. The player is constantly fighting against a stronger opponent than him. The player's black ether is changing. Hasten knew that there were things he had to get. The player's black ether level is at the level of firepower. Hasten still tries to endure. The player's condition, under test, after a continuous period of suffering, Hasten was satisfactory. Because if you don't stop fighting, your fitness level will increase. At this time Hasten's condition is increasing from E to D, and miracles will appear. Hasten thought this pain would kill him, but no, Hasten, the crazy dog from the Bang Dong ward has returned, with 3 skills, bite, violence, and cool. And the boss's skills are unique. It's too fast, but it's just a quick one. And Hasten's strength, speed, reflexes, all increased significantly, incomparable to before. Skills are much higher. But even though the monster was getting more tired, it was still a C-class monster, it was still a step above Hasten. This attack is my last chance. If I use more black ether than this, I will have a hard time controlling my toxins. I need a strong attack. Wait, do I need to maintain black ether around my body? I will give up defending and just focus on attacking. If there's only one time, then I will bet. But if I keep rushing in, then I won't be able to control the speed and will hurt myself. Then I will be ready first. It will be okay, even if I can't control it, I will still hold this position. And made the monster explode, without another move. Activating the level 2 unique ability, I can now slash it immediately. That demon, at least I will squeeze your exhaustion because you can't even react. After saying that, Hasten rushed to attack the monster. As my skills improved, I was able to do something different, and not just endure as I did in the beginning. It worked, I beat it. Tired, finally able to breathe. But, oh no, what's wrong with my clothes? I'm going to kill myself. With this look, it looks disgusting. Considering that after a while, I hope that the monsters in the next dungeon will be easier to eat. Hi, this is Hasten. This is a little surprising, but do you exercise regularly? Each person can run for half an hour every day. It will help our body reduce aging and relieve stress extremely well. Surprise. As for me, I practice every day. Thanks to that, I feel fresh every day. Except there's a big but spider chasing behind me every day. Damn it, keep chasing. Why, and how did it come to this? I think I've reached the light at the end of the tunnel, who would have expected? But I remember that day a little, right, after I fought the hyenas, The battle ended with a glorious victory that belonged to me. As my victory, I proudly trampled on the hyena's carcass and returned home. But shamefully ignored, on the way back, I didn't know where to hide my face when people made fun of me. The children looked at me like a strange creature. They asked, "Mom, why is that guy so naked?" Their mother said, "Shush, don't look at him. Don't look at him, please, I'm afraid to ignore this." Their eyes look at me like a pervert. "Oh, it's the student, right? He was the student the other day, right?" Now a woman and a baby ran up and recognized Hasten. "We met in front of that checkpoint, you remember. I was begging the janitor to let me out because my child was sick. Thank you so much for helping us then. Thanks to you, we were able to get to the hospital safely. You were brave." Although praised, Hasten felt ashamed, because at no time, his body was naked, so he also tried to beat a blank. "Ah, sorry, you must have got the wrong person. It's not me. Goodbye, goodbye." Shamefully ignoring, "Don't dare to accept anyone, save me." But what was that compared to the scene when I had to face my sister? She gave me a beating and shouted to want to collapse. "Did you tear your clothes? Did you walk around the neighborhood naked? Am I a pervert or something? Oh dull, save me, my spine is broken, you're so strong, hoo-hoo." It was such a humiliating day that, damn it, this wouldn't have happened, if it hadn't. "And you bitch, you look fat, but you look disgusting when you're that big, you fat bitch." But it seems that Hasten can't kill it, or for some reason without killing it, he can only run and inhibit it immensely. If I can kill it. Hasten ran away from the big monster and went into a hole, causing him to fall on his back. Ugh, I'm sure I'll stain all my clothes. At the same time Hasten accidentally discovered something. That's it, I found it. Mystical Flowers Copper Sunflower. I finally found the flower that I've been looking for so long. Its colors will change according to the difficulty of the dungeon. They call them golden sunflowers, silver sunflowers, and copper sunflowers respectively. Corresponding to the name is the level of difficulty, often and easy, of the dungeon. What I found was the lowest quality, copper sunflower. It looks cheap when it's of the lowest quality, don't you think? Obviously, you don't know anything about the true value of this flower. Yes, each of these bronze sunflowers is worth at least 10 million, the highest quality is up to 50 million won. Haha, I have money, I'm going to be rich. True virtual currency, but when you know the characteristics of this flower, you will understand why it is so expensive. Its healing power must be equal to the skill of an S-level healer. The copper sunflower that could be so terrible. If so, the golden sunflower will be known as something that can create miracles. However, the difficulty here is that the habitat of this flower is in poisonous dungeons. They also only grow near the boss's place, so it's really not easy for any hunter to get them. That's one of the most annoying reasons. I was so busy talking about sunflowers that I forgot about you, but I'm not going to fight this fat bitch, I'm going to keep running. Because this fat bitch is too strong, isn't it? I can take down anything when I hit the Exa, and this dull fat is even easier than the hyenas were the other day. Then because it looks disgusting, half right, but still no, I don't know what this ugly trait is, but the main reason is. Copper sunflower will also die if the boss of the dungeon dies. Which means we have to subdue the boss, and then go find the copper sunflower. But my skills can't do that, I can only kill it or spare it, I can't tame or subdue. I can't do anything with my fists, there's no way. While Hasten was busy thinking about what to do with the fat girl, Jin's V1 gadget reminded him. Yes, Hasten was startled. What do you mean? Exa killing mode, White Dream. Exa killing mode, also known as White Dream, is the second form of Exa, created to control the enemy. It can cause the enemy to fall into a state of paralysis or sleep. White Dream, this is what I am, Dr. Jin's traditional form, for someone with the skill to focus on offensive power. Oh my god, no problem, no need to think. Hey Dr. Jin, what have you created here? No, more importantly, what are you talking about now? You have to know how to answer carefully and have a little mind. Notification, because the user doesn't ask, Hasten now understands, so that's it, I have to ask it to answer, hee. Calm down Hasten, you can't be mad about this right now. Announcement, the user is breathing heavily. Beat the other female first. Notice the user's blood pressure is increasing. Shut up, notify all the time. Hasten turns to the boss. Hey Spider Girl. Listen, my name is Handsome Hasten. They call me Gabang Dong's bulgogi beef, the bulgogi beef of Gabang Dong Ward. Hasten that makes opponents go to sleep. You call that White Dream, it works well. Enough fun, now let's go pick flowers. It's really fast asleep, it's like hypnosis. Now let's get started. He finally has this day. You will now fit in my hand, Dawn Sunflower. Suddenly Pori eagerly came out. You I heaven, no Pori, this is not allowed to eat, go inside. Pori makes a sad face. It doesn't make any difference if you look disappointed, dear. In the future, when you grow up to be a good boy, I will give it to you. I don't know if other people are doing well, they will beg when I find this flower. Because money is the most important thing. Dr. Jean said, you have to find the copper sunflower, even if you have to risk your life to get it, do you understand? And Kirill once said, he thought all the ingredients related to recovery were related to stardom. Of course. That's why. We'll take the poison. At that time, I was still bewildered, because I didn't understand what they wanted to say. What does that mean? You just stink and act like it's cool. Kirill tore my head at that inanimate question. Later you will understand, don't argue. I still don't understand. Why did she flick me then? Hey Pori, you don't understand either. Anyway, don't worry, the job now is to sell this flower, that's good, you know. I wonder what it would be like if I just sold normally. I'm tired of this. This area is the center of the underground economic zone, also known as the black market. Hey Pori, watch out. If you see anyone suspicious around, just chew on their heads. Hasten walked around and saw many weapon stalls, but he didn't buy any. This area is complicated, the vendors offer guests but with a strange attitude. Why, want to buy this? Because you are handsome, we will sell it cheaply. Hey young man, where are you going? Look at it and buy one, why don't you just leave it at that? You little liar, don't you ever sell me anything, damn it, this place is so messed up. The people around him were no good when they stared at him, and whispering loud and small, that boy looked weak, should I steal something of it? Hey, there's a fight, they run off to fight and get excited, that's great, why is this place full of suspicious-looking people? The first is the air that I feel anyone can pounce on me, should I go to fight, besides? I guess it's normal here, if a high-ranking E guy fights a sickly D guy, who will win? If they were normal people, who could be bigger, would have an advantage, but if they were hunters. He is smaller but because he is a D level, he will win, although to decide to win and lose, their skills will decide a lot, but the truth is that higher level hunters are still superior. That is so obvious in the world of hunters, especially in the absence of probes, it will be very difficult to know the level of the opponent just by appearance. I've sort of grasped it. The black market is simply a place that uses the law of the jungle. Who dares to come to this place without a weapon in hand? Normal person thinks there's something wrong with that guy, it's understandable, I should go, actually, level D is not too strong. But fortunately, everyone thought so, and avoided me. Hasten looked at the stalls while walking, and found that there were also detectors for sale here. But this is a little fake, this function is much worse than Jin's V1, because I can't know my opponent's level with this thing, but let's see what the price is. Ugh, what is this? The price is exorbitant or something. 20 million stars, it's a joke. Stop walking away and become a human being, I don't dare to touch it. This useless piece of garbage costs 20 million, everyone here has a lot of money or something, who buys that thing? I can only buy a few bowls of ramen noodles, while people scramble to buy that, isn't that a probing device? I'm lucky today. What's wrong with the boss? This price is too cheap. I have never seen this price since the legendary scientist disappeared. Sell it to me now, crazy, they think it's cheap. Shit, I don't have time for this shit, I need to find a place to sell sunflowers in the east quickly. Why do you keep searching and find no place to sell it, Pori? You try to see if you have it, Pori. Hasten called but didn't see Pori, suddenly he heard someone screaming. Go away, stay away from me, it was Pori, it was biting the red-haired girl. Hasten quickly ran over. Pori, what are you doing? I'm sorry, I'll fix you right away. But before Hasten could do anything, the girl pushed his hand away and stood up as if nothing had happened. I don't know, it's true that there are all kinds of people in this black market. But her invisibility is very rare. That girl has the ability to be invisible, which means, just thinking, Hasten looked down at the hand and the bag. Right, lost the bag, pickpocket super cool version. I should get out of here quickly. The girl, after stealing Hasten's bag, became invisible and ran into a small alley. Phew, I think I lost him. I thought he was strong, but he was just a chicken, He even dared to put sunflowers in a black bag and come to this place, you idiot. What an idiot, haha. The girl turned her head to go home, but before she could finish laughing, she bumped her head into someone. Someone like that, dare to stand in my way. Hey, you said who's the chicken? How can you chase after me? Who knows, but now it doesn't matter. Hasten rubs Pori's head and praises you very well. Pori must have helped him follow the girl's trail. Give that thing back here. Give it back quickly and I'll let you go, the girl whispered, thinking you're just an idiot, but Hasten told me to listen. Don't talk bad about me. I can't win if I fight. Here it is. The girl gives the black bag to Hasten. How easy it is. Obediently pay right away. Hey, wait a minute. It's fine if you want me to pay, but in return. Do you want to make a deal with me? Contract? What do you mean? I was born and raised in this place, so I am very familiar with the strange roads here. There are places that normal people never know. Like where the sunflowers are, I know a lot of useful things for you. Sunflowers are an item managed by the association, so any underground trade involving sunflowers is prohibited, but moreover it is also very rare, so few people know about it. So what do you want? I will show you where to sell it, then we split the 6th, 4th. This kid is looking down on me, but he doesn't look like a bad guy. I shouldn't hit her either, but just scared her a little bit. Hasten pretended to summon the chain to scare the girl, making her afraid of turning blue. Hey, you're kidding me. I was going to let you go, but it must be nice to have you here. The girl trembled but still tried to argue back. Don't act like it. You think you can find me. If I really want to hide, it's because I pretended to give you a chance to chase. So, I forgot, the place where you were bitten by my spirit beast earlier, does it feel throbbing now? What did you say? The girl started to panic. Hasten knew that when she was bitten by Pori, of course it stung, but Pori's poison was just that. But how did she know this? Now only fear, so Hasten threatened. I will pray for your soul. Because of the poison of this beast, even S-rank hunters die. Although he had just arrived at this complicated place, Hasten knew that in this black market, anyone who was stupid would die, and the important thing was, he had to make himself look dangerous, not a real chain, but unimportant, just frighten her so that she would be afraid to return it. Looking so scary will make his words more prestigious. The opponent will fall into panic, and can't think of anything. They will get distracted and fall down on their own. Don't you want to run so much? Ha ha ha. It seems like you don't understand yourself now is like being dead. Wherever I go, I can hunt you down. Poison will spread and you will fall to your death immediately. Please spare me, this madman. The girl began to panic and cry. She had been trapped by Hasten. This skill of his was also very powerful. Okay, seeing the girl crying, Hasten thought if I was too much. But I admit that her invisibility is also quite troublesome. I have to pretend to be calm, while just running after her to find her. If she tried hard enough to lose her tail, probably escaped by now. Hey, I'm Hasten. What's your name anyway? Everything is under control now. I'm Baisu, the child of the black market. Baisu, the name is okay. Now we will be friends, so you do me one thing. Please be my guide. Because of fear of death, Baisu immediately agreed. Okay, I will guide you. Then Baisu led Hasten to a place. The owner of this place seemed strange. He looked quite dangerous and devious. I was wondering what my little cat had let go of. You're a pretty interesting guy, boy. As he said that, he ate the meat in his hand raw. Well, I forgot to introduce myself to you. My name is Yacha. So Baisu introduced Hasten to a merchant. Your dad is the strongest one here, the black market godfather. God, who the hell did you let me meet? The strongest man on the black market, HM. Does that mean you're the black market manager? If so, he keeps talking while devouring the meat that looks like hyena meat. Hasten feels bad, but still tries to act calm. Yeah, strange. I just came here because I want to make a trade. Suddenly came up with a final boss like this, and it was just a trivial thing. Your dad continued. My dear daughter has come here and she feels worried about something, so as a father shouldn't have to find out what's going on with my daughter. Dad, there's a guest coming. That's right, Baisu is my daughter. Baisu is your beloved daughter. You don't look worried about her at all. Not enough for you to call your daughter that. You babble a little, you know that, boy. In the black market, the idiot is a loser. I know this is the black market, but this is not too much. After all, she is still his daughter. At this time, Hasten was a little worried. Yacha laughed. Ha 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 ha. Kid, it seems that you have not mastered the art of hiding emotions. He's been eating and drinking all this time. It's also monster meat. Why is this monster eating that thing? I even think he's a monster, but this is more than I imagined. Whatever, let's start trading, let's finish this, and get out of here as soon as possible. Let's get straight to the point. What I have is Oriental sunflowers. Do you want to do a trade? So well, you have something of value in that bag. Right now we are short of supply and you even have the best one, so alright, let's make a trade. He made a quick decision. He seemed to be a very decisive person in the negotiation. I really liked that the transaction proceeded so quickly. However, Yacha started to make conditions, knew right away that there was no such thing. If you can kill this guy then I will agree to deal with you. Wait, that one is a poisonous hyena. Where did this monster come from? You're surprised. I just want to trade in peace. But you know, it's a difficult item to get, as it is managed by the Hunters Association. Any flower obtained from unknown places of origin will only bring trouble. However, it will be a different story if you collect it yourself. If you do that, means you defeated the boss, then you can also kill a monster like this hyena, right? It is clear that I will not trade with you if you lose to this hyena. I also have to verify you. I have no mercy on the swindler. Make up your mind quickly, you will run. Or risk your life with this transaction. It seems like you don't have any equipment. If you're going to give up, then prepare to run away, boy. Hasten did not intend to run, but frankly asked how much he intended to pay me. Give me the price first. Thought Yacha would get mad and release the hyenas to bite him, but he didn't expect him to laugh out loud. Ha ha ha, it's refreshing. Very nice, very interesting. My daughter brought back a very interesting guy. So in short, how much are you going to pay me? This old man is deaf. What the hell are you laughing at? Hey, watch your mouth when you tell my dad. Baisu, I let you talk here. Know your identity. Who let you open your mouth when I didn't agree? What's this pressure? Wait a minute, what is this? Hasten, people feel something very strange. Haha, sorry, this is not just pressure. I didn't mean to affect you. Is it bloodthirsty, this crazy guy? Just because his daughter interrupted the conversation, he revealed his bloodlust. His bloodlust cut him in half, how strong he was. And Baisu was completely blown away. I had to treat her soon. Yeah, I don't care about my daughter and keep saying, why are we talking about money? This guy is really the craziest guy I've ever met. What should we pay? Starting with 60 million. Yacha immediately put the money of 60 million in front of Hasten's eyes. At this time, the image Hasten is seeing, he is a true gentleman. Is that enough? I even bid higher than the market price. Hasten saw the money and ran over. Haha, no problem. Thank you for a satisfactory transaction. Baisu, that mouse, why dare to steal such a fat piece of meat, when there is such a great father like this? Oh, you are the great Yacha. Hasten flattered and held his hand, making him feel awkward. You naturally do something. Can I call you father? Ha ha ha, you're interesting, kid. Okay, now that the transaction is over you're going to leave. Yes, you don't have anything to do here. Hey, where are you going? You still have to treat me. I've poisoned your goddamn animal, this bastard. Do you think death is a joke? Baisu shouted. Hasten remembered that he still had to heal her. Hasten pointed out his hand and shouted at the enchantment. It was an old magic. His spell was a little alum, but are you feeling better? Miraculously, all the wounds are healed, no more pain. Actually, there is no poison or anything. Sorry for lying. I was just scaring you a little. Really? Yeah, sorry. Baisu was furious, which meant I was crying all kinds of things, but it was really because I was scared and stupid. The villain, Hasten, go to hell. What in the black market is a loser, so naive. Just wait, I won't let you escape next time. Hasten runs and tells Baisu not to do unscrupulous things like pickpocketing anymore. Go and do glorious things. Bye, don't be cool and get out of here. Yacha sat watching Hasten leave his gate. At this moment, he turned to his daughter and asked if your wound was gone and left no scar. Yes, but don't worry, your wound hit me is still here. Are you still angry? Forget it, what's the story, tell me. Yeah, Yacha understood after listening to Baisu. He accidentally looked at the ground and saw a strange purple thing. What was that? That guy's bloodline. I understand why you were tricked. His bloodline is sticky and looks a bit disgusting. Even after being hit by his spank, there is only the echo of his bloodline, but at a level like this. This is like a person who is not simple at all. Yacha imagined that if Hasten was angry earlier, he would kneel down and beg me to kill him, please. Why, you just acted to annoy my eyes, and you begged me to kill you. Get up, you can still fight, right? Do you want to get up and fight again, and do you want to be ripped to pieces by me in agony while you're still alive? What is this? Damn it, this brings up an unpleasant memory to ignore.